impressive. You mentioned Kupagana and Gumi. What exactly is Kupagana and Gumi?
Kupagana and Gumi, for me, is the essence of the African interpretation of martial arts. It bears a historical significance in the sense that it's a bridge between the old and the new. It's our own expression of the Shaolin, the karate, or whatever, right? With African flavor. You know, for us to go back to Africa and say, okay, we're going to create African art, I don't think it would be necessary, because my understanding of it, when you really approach martial art, martial art spread up like a tree, you know?
Right.
Branches from different culture. Every culture have their own art. So I think when Buddha Dharma brought it from India to China, it became the Chinese art. Now the Chinese art, when you look at it, you have Muslim art among the Chinese art. You got so many variety. When I went to the Shaolin Temple, there was everybody. Shaolin, from what I understand, was a university where everybody exchanged knowledge.
Okay.
You see? So Kupagana for me is that same essence. It's a way of us chronicling our own expression of the martial art. When you look at capoeira, for instance, that's an African style. Now capoeira is older than Shaolin. You know? The Brazilian brought, the Angolian brought that art to Brazil.
Okay.
You know? So we don't have to look for, we don't have to search for expressions of martial art because it's all around us. Some of the best fighters right now are brothers. You know, physically we're just stronger in some areas. You know, physically we're stronger, faster, whatever. You know, like one coach was saying the other day, the reason why I don't have the reason why I gotta have black players on my team is because why? You can't teach speed.
That's true.
You either have it or you don't, right?
Right, you got to be born with it.
You got to be born with it. And I think what happened is, you know, based on the terrain and our genetics, what have you, we are natural athletes. And that leads into so many different areas, be it football, basketball, you know, track and field or whatever. We're just natural athletes based on our genetics. And that's not like saying that you're better than anyone, it's just understanding of yourself. And that's what Kupagana taught me. Just another type of, you know, if you're looking at something this way, it gives you another way of looking at it from a whole different perspective. But not only looking at it, but having an appreciation for what you do and why you do it the way you do it. You know? So Kupagana is, that's what Kupagana is to me. It opens up the vision to retrace one step to greater understanding of oneself. So now when I do a punch, the punch is no longer a punch like Bruce Lee said. A punch is not just a punch. But Bruce Lee said when I first learned how to punch, a punch was only just a punch, you know? Because I didn't understand the mechanics and all of this stuff. I didn't appreciate all the other dynamics that goes into creating this weapon.
Okay.
No. Okay, now after years, I realized, wait a minute, a punch is no longer just a punch. This has now become a weapon. I understand all this, everything that goes into play, the mechanics, the focus, the concentration, all of the environmental matrix that goes into making this punch. Right. He said, now after years of studying further, I realized a punch is just a punch and a kick is just a kick. It's gone full circle now with a different level of understanding. And I think what the Kupagana does is for me is that, to bring me to another matrix of understanding where I look at things from a whole different perspective. You know? And if somebody should do a sweep this way, it's like, yeah, it can be done that way, but if I twist my head this way and look at you at a different angle,
okay,
it changes its sweep. You know?
Right, you put your own self-style in it.
You put your own style in it, and it's one's expression. That's what people forget. The art, martial art. Martial is a discipline. Art is expression. That's what I'm saying? So it's an expression of one's discipline. Martial art is. It's an expression of one discipline. And the beauty of it, the art is the life. That's always changing, ever changing. You can never really limit that. It's a limitless expanse. Just like the universe is expanding, nature is expanding, life is expanding. So art gives you that openness, so you can, that freedom to express yourself within the confine of your discipline. And the minute you're no longer able to do that, you might be doing a discipline, but you're no longer doing art. Kupagana said, here, you can take this art now and make it whatever you want it to be, because it's now yours. Until you can do that, you're still doing a Chinese art, a Japanese art, a Korean art. But I'm not Korean, I love my culture. You know? Okay. I have total appreciation for it. I'm Jamaican, I love being Jamaican. I don't want to be anything else. You know? You know? I'm black, I love being black. You know what I mean? I'm not going to apologize for that. You know what I mean? Okay. I'm African, I love being African. You know what I'm saying?
It's like rap music, pop music, you know, it's all music, but you have your own different genres.
They have own different genres, and it's the same thing with the art. You know, it gives you that extra flavor. But that's the life. The art is the life. That's the life force flowing from the discipline. You know, and then it whips back around, you know? And that's what that exchange, that's what that yin and yang circle is all about. You know? Because things can now, to show you a continuous exchange, ebb and flow, you know, in life. Kupagana in Gumi, it was good that they came up with that term. Because
now, Mfundishi, I've seen a lot of pictures of you with a lot of the Kupagana and Gumi instructors. And there was one particular instructor that I always was fascinated with, was Tayari Cassell.
Okay.
Because of you know, his ground rhythm, his ground fighting, and his African drum rhythms.
Okay.
Where's the connection with you and Tayari Cassell? When does Tayari Cassell come into play in your life?